folks, bright and early, 7:35, and I've already got a biryani in the making. I'm making today a Sindhi lamb biryani. I've never cooked with lamb biryani. So I've got the onions and garlic, ginger and garlic paste I put in first and fried that till it was fragrant, and then added the onions. Plenty of them because I've got 2 kilos of meat to cook down today. So I'm going to let it cook nice and slow till it's super tender. I'll take you through the process step by step. You can see the onions are browning, but they're still not quite there. For a really good curry, especially if it's meat, you've got to really brown the onions. So I've got this cooking on a moderate heat now, just so I don't burn the onions inadvertently. And soon I'll add the lamb, then fry that up, then I'll add the masalas, and then I'll add the tomatoes. Here is the lamb. There's some cut up from an Indian butcher, diced tomatoes, and then separately I'm going to cook the potatoes, because when you've got tomatoes in the sauce, potatoes will never cook when there's tomatoes in the sauce, so you have to cook it separately and add them at the end. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the Sindhi Biryani. Shan, you'll find it in any good Indian shop in London. So look for it. I like the Sindhi Biryani, but there are lots of other types of biryani. There's Bombay Biryani and all kinds of others. So got to try the different ones. Try them out. Now you can see those onions are really cooked a lot more. So it's time now to add the meat and fry it up. So let's get on with that. I'm going to turn it up to high heat now. Because what I want to do is coat and sear that meat with all the onions which have been fried with the garlic and the ginger, and get that meat nicely seared. And then we'll add the spices. Let me go on with that for a bit and come back. Right, the lamb's been cooking for a few minutes. Now high heat, and some of the juices have come out, as you can see. And now I'm going to add in the spices. I've got 2 kilos of lamb. I'm putting in 2 whole packets of spice. It might be a little strong for the guests today, but they'll learn how to dose their spoonfuls properly between curry and rice to ensure it doesn't get too spicy. Right, let's mix that in. Right, so the spices are mixed in, not as much as I thought, so I'm feeling good. And I'm going to let this cook for about 5-10 minutes. The spices cook, then I'll add in the tomatoes. Make sure this is on a high heat so those tomatoes don't lower the temperature. And then I'll lower it down to a simmer, and I'll let that cook and cook and cook on a very low heat. The more, the better. The lamb will become super tender. So I might cook it for up to 3 hours today on a very low heat. Right, it's been cooking away now for about 5 minutes. In go the tomatoes. And mix that in, bring it to a nice strong heat, and then turn it right down. Wow, that's looking good, isn't it? Forgot, I'm going to add in some tomato paste, concentrated, which will really help with the flavour. So that's going in now. Mix all that in. Well, the base for this lamb biryani is coming along nicely. It's been cooking for about an hour, and I'm going to leave it on for another couple of hours, stirring every half hour, 20 minutes, just to make sure it doesn't cook unevenly. Lamb has been cooking now for almost 4 hours. Went in at 8:15 this morning, it's 12:10 now, and it's pretty much cooked through. So I've just increased the heat, added a tiny bit of heat, water, increased the heat so that it reduces down. Because for biryani you can't have too much gravy, it will soak all the rice. You want the rice to be nice and fluffy. So I'm going to try and dry this out, and then I'm going to half cook or 3/4 cook the rice, layer it on top and let it finish cooking on top of the biryani. The traditional Indian way. I am separately boiling the potatoes for 8 minutes. once it comes to the boil, so they soften up, and then I'll add them to the biryani. Some onions to garnish the biryani when it's finished, on top of the rice, and some almonds, also being lightly toasted. My cooking video. So this is the biryani with the almonds and the onions on top, and these are the people that are going to eat it. Quite a few of them.